Welcome to PSM First Part Solution for Math. I am your tutor Sumant PF. Today we are going to learn most important question on arithmetic progression, and this question was given by a student. So solve this problem because here we find some difficulty while solving it. So I brought this question for them and everyone, and it is very important question. The question over here, the sum of four consecutive terms which are in an AP, that is arithmetic progression, is 32, and the ratio of the products of the first and last terms to the product of two middle terms is 7:15. Find the numbers. So this question, what you can see over here, it is similar to the question what I have solved previously in my previous video, very important question on arithmetic progression. You can check that in my description. So what is that question was? That question was the sum of three consecutive terms they have given previously. Three consecutive terms. Okay. So here what they have given? They have not given the three consecutive terms. Here they have given how many consecutive terms? That is four consecutive terms. Here I will give the introduction how we have to take the values for three consecutive terms differently and four consecutive terms differently. Both are in AP, yes, but when it will come three consecutive terms in AP they have given, we were to take that A, the previous term A minus D, and the next term A plus D. It was the rule, and I have explained about this in my previous video. But now it is four consecutive terms. Remember, you may ask, sir, what is there in difference between the three consecutive and four consecutive? Consecutive means continuous. What is the consecutive number of 3? Is next number is 4, the previous number is 2. The consecutive number means in sequence. Understood? So here 4 consecutive in AP they have given. So what we have to do now? So several students, what we will do? You will do some mistake over here. So you will take A plus D, then you will go A plus 2D and A plus 3D. So if you will go like this way, the four consecutive terms, yes, it is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. If you will go like this way, you can find the answer, but it will be a lengthy answer. In exam, you are not going to have several time. You can't spend more time for only one question. So how quickly you will solve, that much time you will save. And some of the student, you will go with this three consecutive, what I have thought previously, and you will think that, sir, we can go like this way, yes. A, the previous one is A minus D, and next one is A plus D, and here three terms are over. So fourth term we have to take, we will take over here A plus 2D, or some of you will think that like this way also we can go A plus D, A minus D, and again previous term we are going to have. These four consecutive terms or these four consecutive terms we can take, you may ask. But if you will go like this way and like this way also, it will be a lengthy part. Remember, it will be a lengthy part. Why I am telling this is a lengthy part? Because when it is coming for the three consecutive terms and they have told sum of it is, for example, in this one you can see the sum of four consecutive terms which are in arithmetic progression is 32, means sum of the four consecutive terms. Means you have to add this 1, 2, 3, 4 terms we have to add. See, if I will add these 4 terms, what will happen? Here you see this, if I will add all these 4 terms and the total I must get 32, or in this case, okay, this is one case you have taken, or in this case, again I have to add over here and I must get how much? 32. So what I will do this, see here, when you will add this D and this D get cancelled. Okay, here 4A have 1, 2, 3, 4A. So 4A you can write it down, and here you have plus 2D, that is equal to 32. Understood? Here we have not cancelled D value only. For example, three consecutive terms if you add it together and you are going to get 21, if you will take. So here you can see this D and this D get cancelled, plus D minus D get cancelled. Only left is 3A is equal to 21. See, D is cancelled, but in this case we have A also, we have D also. Okay, those who went for this example, similar answer you are going to get. D and D get cancelled. 1, 2, 3, 4A. So 4A and minus 2d is equals to 32. Those who have gone for this type of method also, you got that you have a value also and d value also. Means that you have not cancelled d value only. When you will not cancel the d value in consecutive term, you have to work hard now. You have to solve nearly 2 to 3 pages to get the final answer, because we have only in first line. So it will be a lengthy process. So if you can't go with this sequence of numbers, or this sequence of number, or this sequence of number, when you have given like this question, you have to use one trick. That trick I will explain you now. Coming to the question, I have already told you can't use the direct, that is a minus d, or a minus 2d, and next one is a plus d. These 4 consecutive terms we can't use, because I have already given you are going to have a value also and d value also. But which are the terms we have to take? So similarly here you can see these are the 4 consecutive terms I have written. Yes, this I will add some more consecutive terms in this example. Next a we have, then we have a minus d, then we have a minus 2d, and one more I will write down a minus 3d. Okay, so here also I will add again 2 more, a plus 2d and a plus 3d also. You may ask, sir, they have given only how much terms for us? Only 3 consecutive terms for us. But here you have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terms. Consecutive 7 AP terms we have taken. Why have taken like this 7 terms? So here what I will do means, here you can see, here I have to see that previous one, 3 consecutive terms, a minus d, a plus d. What is the similarity between these two? Here you can see a is the middle term, and the previous one is a minus d and next one is a plus d. Means here only one sign difference we have. Here we have plus d and here we have minus d, and everything it was same. Coming to here, you can see again, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means middle term is what now? Middle term is what here? A. So like this way we have to make from a, on the right hand side we have 3 terms, on the left hand side we have 3 terms. I am explaining how to remember this. In exam no need to do this all this thing, directly you can write it down. But I am explaining why you have to take like that way. Okay. So now very importantly, here we have a minus d, here we have a plus d. Means consecutive same symbol we have minus and plus, we have similar things we have to search. So here you have a minus d, here you have a plus d. So one sequence we found, means a similar thing we found, only one negative and here is a positive one difference. And here also you can see a minus 2d, a plus 2d. Yes, this one also similar thing. And next one a minus 3d we have over here and a plus 3d we have. So what we will do now here, we will take this a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d for the sequence. We will leave a, this a minus 2d and a plus 2d, we will leave that 3 terms. You may ask, sir, if we will do like this way, we are going to get the wrong answer. But actually this is the trickiest part, and this one is the trick in the AP when you are finding for 4 consecutive terms. Here what I am doing, between the 2 terms I am leaving one term. So here you can see between a minus 3d and a minus d I am leaving, I am cancelling a minus 2d. One term I have left. So next is a minus d and a plus d. See here minus we have, here we have plus here. The middle term we have cancelled, that is a we have cancelled. Next we have a plus d and next we have a plus 3d. In between we have a plus 2d, that we have cancelled. So only left is a minus 3d, next a minus d, next a plus d, and next one is a plus 3d. So here you can see, if you will add together these 4 terms, if you will add together, for example I am talking if you will add together if these 4 terms, what will happen? This minus d plus d get cancelled. Okay, this minus 3d plus 3d get cancelled. Only left is what? A. 4a we got. That is the final thing, and we have eliminated d. So, but you may ask one more question. Sir, if it is like this way, we have neglected a minus 2d. So then we are getting a wrong answer or what? So for example, I will take one example. The a value I will take as 10. For example, I am taking, and d value I am taking as 2. 10 value I will write down here. A value is 10. I will write down. Then a plus d means how much? 10 plus d value is 2, no? So 12. Again it will be 14 and it will be 16. If you will calculate this, okay? Calculate this and you are going to get the same answer. A minus d. 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2 is how much? 8. This one will be 6. 10 minus 2 times 2. 10 minus 4 is 6. Then this one will be 4. 10 minus 3 to the 6. So 10 minus 6 is 4. So here what I am doing is I am cancelling this middle term. So this is in AP as 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 is in AP. So I have to neglect the middle term, because I am not taking that. When it is 4 consecutive term, I am leaving that. Yes. Now what we got over here, that is the numbers we got over here is 4. Next one is 8. Next one is 12. And next one is 16. See, we got the terms as 4, 8, 12, 16. Now you see here whether the given new AP what we found, neglecting the middle term, when we neglect the middle term, we got one more numbers over here. Yes, whether this is in AP. See, 4, 8, difference is 4. 8, 12, again difference is 4. 12 to 16, difference is 4. Means if you neglect the middle term also, we got the terms are in AP only. Means that if you will take this example, when the 4 consecutive terms are given, if you will take this example, then our answer will not be a wrong answer. We are going to get the correct answer only. So now the clarification for your question is, when they are given 3 terms, we can go directly, that is a minus d, a plus d. When they are given the 4 terms, then we have to neglect the middle term between the 2. See here, this and this, we have to neglect the middle term. This and this, we have to neglect the middle term. This and this, we have to neglect the middle term. This one you have to remember. 4 terms means which are the 4 terms? A minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d. Oh, for example, if they are given 6 terms, what we have to do? Similar method. A minus d, a plus d, we have neglected a over here, neglected a. Next, a plus 2d we have to neglect, means what we are going to get? A plus 3d. So back side also we have to move. So a minus 2d we have, that we have to neglect. So what you have to write? A minus 3d. So here 4 terms, we want 6 terms. If they have given consecutive 6 terms, they have told you to find. Next one you have to neglect a plus 4d. So we have to take a plus 5d. So previous one, what will happen over here? A minus 4d how to neglect, how to write a minus 5d. So here you can see the 4 consecutive terms. The 4 consecutive terms, 6 consecutive terms are a minus 5d, a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d, a plus 5d. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 consecutive terms. Like this way if you will do, we are going to get the quick answers. Remember this type of question. When we have odd number of consecutive terms, there will be no difficulty. When we have even number, for example 4, 6, 8, like this way they will give you consecutive term. That time we have to use like this way method. Otherwise simple method we have over here, like that way we can move. Understood? This is all the introduction how to take that 4 terms now. So we have to take now 4 consecutive terms. Means in exam maximum they will ask for the 4 consecutive terms. Means you have to remember a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d. That's all. And next calculation is easier. So how to do that I will solve now. Now we will move on to the question for the solution. So the question says that the 4 consecutive terms we have, and I already told when it will come 4 consecutive terms, we have to take that let 4 consecutive terms. What is that? A minus 3d, A minus d, A plus d, A plus 3d. These are the 4 consecutive terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 consecutive terms you have to take. So here what they have given according to the question. According to the question, they have given that the sum of the 4 consecutive terms are in AP, that is 32. Means sum means what? We have to add these 4 consecutive terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive terms we have to add. So A minus 3d plus A minus d plus A plus d plus A plus 3d is equals to 32. This is the first thing they have given. So what I have done, I have added. If you want, you can put the bracket if you are getting confused. First term, second term, third term, and the fourth term. And all are plus here. So we have to do the sum. So when we have a sum, this similar thing we will have, means we will not have any minus into plus. So it will not change the sign over here. So here we have A minus 3d. If you want, once again I'll write down, plus A minus d plus A plus d plus A plus 3d. That value must be 32. So I have taken the bracket out. So now with the calculation, you can see this 3d and this 3d get cancelled because one is negative, one is positive. Minus d plus d get cancelled. What is the remaining? Remaining is nothing but A plus A plus A plus A. That is 4 times A, that is equals to 32. So A value is nothing but 32. This A4 I have to shift. So it is multiplication over here. So it will divide. So A value is how much? 4 ones are 4. 4 how much are 32? 4 ones are 4. 4 8s are 32. So we found A value is 8. So how much easily we found A value, just to have to see here. If we will go with the different one I have told, if you are not neglected that A plus 2d and A minus 2d, if you are not neglected and if you are written, you are not going to get this A answer quickly. Next we will move on to the statement 2. We have the statement 1. That statement 1 is nothing but the sum of 4 consecutive terms which are in AP is 32. That we have done. Now we will move on to the statement 2. Statement 2 states that the ratio of the product of the first and the last terms. The ratio of the product. Okay, the ratio of, ratio means nothing but what? We have to take the is to, yes. But here what I will do, I have already told, when you have 7:15 or any is to ratio when we will have, we can consider it as a division. So we can write down it as what? 7/15. Understood? So whenever like this way we will get the ratios, we can write down in terms of division. So here are the two things they have given. The top one, the numerator and denominator one. Numerator one, what they have given? Ratio of the, okay, here from here it will come. The numerator is here. Numerator what it is? Product of the first and the last term. The first term is which one? A minus 3d. Last one is which one? A plus 3d. So here I have to write product of that. A minus 3d. Product means what? What do you mean by product? Product is nothing but plus or into A plus 3d. Okay, that is the numerator is finished. Now to the means division. Product of two middle terms. Product of the middle term. Middle terms are which one? So here we have the middle terms. That is, one is A minus d, one more is A plus d. Two middle terms. So that two things we have to write now. So I will write down here A minus d into product means into A plus d. That is equals to 7/15. So the next calculation part I will use a different ink now. So calculation part is easy. You know the A value is nothing but 8. That we can substitute in place of A and we can find the answer. So that's A value I will substitute now. A minus 3d. A minus 3d is nothing but what? That is 8 minus 3d. I can write it down. So here what I have done, that A value I have substituted in this value. This A value we know that is 8. 8 minus 3d into, see here also again we have A value, that is 8 plus 3d. divided by a again, that is nothing but 8. We can write down a minus d, that is 8 minus d, into 8 plus d, that is nothing but 8 plus d. A plus d means 8 plus d, that is equal to 7 by 15. That we have to write as it is. Now again, what is the next step? The next step is, over here you can see it is in a form of 8 minus 3d, 8 plus 3d, it is in a form of x minus y into x plus y. So what is x minus y into x plus y? That is nothing but x square minus y square. Means 8 minus 3d, that is 3d, into 8 plus 3d, we are going to get 8 square minus 3d the whole square. Means this term and this term turns into 8 square minus 3d the whole square, divided by the bottom also you can see it is 8 minus d into 8 plus d. What is 8 minus d into 8 plus d? That is nothing but 8 square minus d square, because here we have in portion of x we have 8 and in portion of y we have only d. So 8 square minus d whole square, that is equal to 7 by 15. Now the calculation, if you will calculate correctly, that 8 square is nothing but 64 minus 3 square. So this square what we have to take it for both the terms, the 3 also and d also. So 3 square is 9, d square as it is, divided by 8 square is 64 minus d square as it is, that is equal to 7 by 15. Next calculation, we will continue the same thing. Have to write down here. What I will do is 64 minus 9d square, I will write down in the bracket, and 64 minus d square I will write down in bracket 7 by 15. The same thing I have written once again, but I have changed only one thing. I have written in a bracket, that's all. So now we have to do the shifting the things. This 15 I have to bring on to the left hand side. This 64 minus d square I have to bring on to the right hand side. When we shift the values, what will happen is this 64 minus 9d square I have to write down as it is, and 15 I have to write outside the bracket, means 15 I have to multiply for both the terms, 64 minus 9d square also. That is equal to 7 into 64 minus d square. Now here give more concentration over here. This 15 is there, which 15 you have, that 15 I have to multiply for both, yes, and 7 I have to multiply for both. But here one small trick I will tell you that will be easier to solve in examination, quickly you can solve. So one thing you do, this 15 what we have, that you have to multiply with 64, yes you have to multiply, but write down as it is. Means you have to write 64 into 15. Don't multiply that 64 into 15 as 15 fours are, like this, 64 into 15, what you will do, 15 fours are 60, 6 carry, 6, 15, 6 are 15, 6 are 90, 90 plus 6 is 96. Don't write like this way, okay. That what you have to do is, you have to write it as it is, 64 into 15 as it is you have to write. Don't do this calculation. Why you no need to do this calculation? Because it will make it simple while solving. But coming to the d square, multiply that. 15 nines are, this 15 you have to multiply with the 9. 15 nines are 135. The d square, keep write down d square. Here you can calculate. Okay, similarly on the right hand side, 7 into 64, again don't multiply it, write down that 64 into 7 or 7 into 64, write down as it is, minus 7 into d square is nothing but 7d square. So minus it is minus 7 into d square. So this one you have to remember. Now we have to bring the known thing one side, unknown thing one side. Here known thing is 64 into 15, 64 into 7, because it doesn't have any variable term. So I will write down 64 into 15 over here. In bracket only I would write. This 64 into 7 is positive. Okay, you are bringing that positive on the left hand side, it will turns into negative. 64 into 7. See, I have not changed that. I have not brought only 64 on this side or 7 on this side. Both the terms I have brought. That 64 into 7 I have both the things I have brought. Now what is left on the right hand side is 7d square. That is negative. Remember, negative 70 square. This negative 135 d square I will bring on the right hand side, so negativity, so it will become plus 135 d square. Understood? The thing I have done is this term what we have over here, that I have shifted to the right. The 64 into 7 I have brought it to the left. That's all. So now the thing on the right hand side, you can check 64 into 15, 64 into 7. Common thing is which one? 64 is a common thing, so write down 64 as it is. Okay, so what is left inside? That is 15 is left, write down 15 inside. Minus is there, minus you write down as it is. 7 we have, that I have to write down inside the bracket, because the 64 I have already taken outside the bracket. So here the calculation is minus 7d square plus the 135d square. One is positive, one is negative. So greatest number is 135, having the positives, plus it is 135 minus 7 is nothing but 128d square. So the trick it was, a small trick it was, and good one. So see here 64 write down as it is. 15 minus 7, you know that easy calculation, yes, that is nothing but 8 into 8. 15 minus 7 is 8, is equals to 128d square. So here you can see, if you have multiplied that 64 into 50, 960, 64 into 7, one value, then you have to subtract both the value, then you have to write the calculation. You have to do 3 times the calculation, but here you can see directly you got that final answer 64 into 8. That was the smallest trick, but again don't multiply that 64 into 8. Why? Again the simplification you have, again the small trick you have again here. So what you have to do, that 64 into 8 as it is. That 128 into d square, we have to keep only unknown thing, that is d square, we have to keep it as it is. But this 128 we can bring this side, it is multiplication over here, so it will divide. So the trick it was only that much. 64 ones are table, you don't know, but remember 64 twos are 128 only. If you don't know 64 ones are, go for 8 ones are and cancel it, and you can solve that. Otherwise directly you can go for 64 ones are, 64 twos are. So 2 ones are, 2 fours are. So here I will write down, here is left is only 4, that is equals to d square. We have to keep only the positive, that is only unknown thing, that is d value. This square also you have to bring on the other side. When you shift the square on the other side, it will become square root of 4. Square root of 4 you already know, that is nothing but plus 2. And it may be a minus 2 also, but any one we can consider. So d value we found as a 2, and a value already we know, a value is nothing but what? A value it was 8. So d value we got as 2. So substitute in this 3, that is we need what? 4 terms. So a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d are the 4 terms. That 4 terms we have to find at the end, and that is your final answer. Let us find that value also. So finally we have to find the 4 terms. The first term, what is the first term? That we have taken as a minus 3d. Substitute that value. A value is how much? 8. 8 minus 3 into d value is 2. 8 minus 3 to the 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. The first term we found as 2. Second term we have to find, again that is nothing but the equation I have taken as a minus d. First we have taken as, that is the equation, a value is 8 minus 2, that is nothing but 6 is the second term. Third term we have to find. Third term of an AP is nothing but a plus d we have taken. A value is 8, d value is 2, that is equals to 10. And the fourth term and the final term I have to take as a plus 3d, that we have taken, here you can see, check it. So 8 plus 3 times 2, 8 plus 3 2s are 6, that is equals to what? That is equals to nothing but 14. The fourth term is 14. So we found all the 4 terms. Which are the 4 terms now? The 4 terms are here is nothing but, you can check over here, the 4 terms are nothing but, the first one 2, second one 6, third one 10, and the last one is 14. If you want, for verification, add the 4 terms. 2, 6, 10 and 14 are the 4 terms. If you'll add 14 plus 10 is 24, 24 plus 6 is 30, 30 plus 2 32, and you must get the sum of the 4 consecutive terms is 32 that we found, and these are the 4 terms. So we can come to the conclusion that for this question we found the 4 consecutive terms of an AP, that is arithmetic progressions, are 2, 6, 10, 14. That is our final answer. Thank you for watching PSM, First Pair Solution for Math. We are bringing the important problems for exam. Study that and take a good marks. See you in my next video. Till then, take care.